last 10 years, there has been a major surge in the amount of software and the amount of hardware that's come out for the project studio engineer.
10 years ago, 20 years ago, if you were just a songwriter with a limited following, you would have pretty much literally zero audience.
I think it's wonderful. And obviously today the options, because of the digital methods and the software and stuff like that, are just absolutely amazing. What can be achieved, by just a young person in the garage. I think it's absolutely fabulous.
I always did everything myself as far as promoting or releasing and recording my music, just because I didn't know of any other choices, and I don't think I would want to do it any other way.
I think it's also great because recording yourselves, you're generally kind of at the helm of the production part of it, and you can kind of be shaping your own sound.
The entry point is so much lower price-wise and just availability-wise than it's ever been. And while it's great as a musician or as an artist, it helps you put things out a heck of a lot easier. And you can do your album on your own. You can get it on iTunes, Spotify within a few weeks. The only problem with that is, with that increased availability, there really isn't an entry floor as far as kind of a discerning ear, as far as experience.
Performances that captured a distinct recording, not like audio recording, but a recording of what a group of humans did in this moment in their life. I think those moments are my favorite ones, and what I strive for is to document things that have to do with people really being here I am for however long I'm alive. I don't really know that I would say music recording has evolved. In some ways I might say it's devolved with modern sort of recording techniques. But I think the advent of digital recording, the advent of computers, and everything that brings into it is probably the biggest change. But beyond that, it's I don't know that there aren't a huge amount of things that have changed about it since the 60s, really, other than your track count.
Another thing people like about recording with tape, the way we used to do it, is there are limitations. There's only so much you can do. You can't fix things indefinitely. You have to make a decision, and that's it. You can keep fixing, you can tune singing, you could edit like crazy, you could cut pieces out and move them around. It's a whole other world right now. Back then, you had to get it right. You had to keep doing it till you got it right.
It's the vibe, what was captured on tape back then. You know what I mean? It's not the sonics. Nobody walks around singing the snare sound or the bass sound, right? They'll sing the bass part, or the drum pattern might be great, but who cares? Nobody cares. It's the performance. That's all. There's a lot more crap being recorded too that's out there because you can. I mean, simply because you can. It's so cheap right now.
Well, I think about contemporary pop music?
I think contemporary pop music is something that I like a lot. I like listening to pop radio.
It's kind of weird. I mean, the songs are catchy, but like, I have nothing against any of the artists or anything. But like,
You know, like, but it's like, I don't...
Automated, auto-tuned crap out there.
That Call Me Maybe song by One Direction, is that what they are? Who are they? Do you know what I'm talking about?
But the way that that's produced is very obscure to me. I don't know.
the way it's recorded is crazy, man. It's like, if you look at the waveform, it's just like, there's like no dynamics to it, and it's like, you know, everybody's super concerned with making like the loudest thing possible, and it's like, it's just really abrasive and crazy and so compressed. But I guess, you know, it's making people billions of dollars, so they must be doing something right.
I really don't have an opinion on it. I think it sounds like shit.
Music has evolved in such a way now that it's really not important for people or bands to play together as a band anymore. Everything can be done isolated, separate. Everybody has a laptop with some sort of editing or recording software or DAW. And although it does free you up to do just about anything, anywhere, which I think is fabulous, absolutely fabulous, having that ability, the downside of it is people aren't playing together anymore as much as they used to. The interaction of 4 or 5 people within a room, all pushing and pulling together, and, you know, the magic that happens from that is kind of gone with a lot of the stuff that is recorded today. Not all of it, but, you know, you can still make magic doing things in pieces. But my point is, what I grew up on, what I loved about music, was the interaction of everybody in a room, and that's kind of missing today in a lot of the music. Hit record, play the music, and let's see what happens.